Hello, today we will gonna read this book, The Zack File. I'm out of my body. Please leave magic. Start reading. Chapter 1. Zack, have you ever been outside of your body? That's what my friend Spencer asked. My friend Spencer asked me. He was sleeping over at my house. It was a pretty weird question. I have to know a lot about weird. My great-grandpa died and came back as a cat. A ghost named Wanda trashed our apartment once. I got electric shock in science class, and I could read minds for a while. Oh, and there's a parallel nervous on the other side of the middle. Medication cabinet in my bedroom. As I say, I know a lot about weird. Anyway, this out-of-body stuff was new to me, but it sounds like kind of cool. My friend Spencer, his smartest kid in our class. Everybody knows it, including Spencer. I don't mean that the way it sounds. Spencer is very nice, and he always offered trying something new. But I couldn't believe he knew something about weird stuff I didn't. How wouldn't you know you were outside of your body? I asked him. Well, you're floating in the air and look down at yourself, he said. But if my eyes were in my body, what would I be looking down at with? I asked. With the eye and eyes on your astral body, he said. And what exactly is an astral body? I asked. It's the one inside your regular one. The one you can travel out of body with. We were sitting on the floor in my bedroom, leaning up against the brand new bunk bed. Brand new bunk. How did you know about this stuff? I asked. Spencer pulled an old book out of his knapsack and showed it to me. Astral travel of beginners, out of body, journals toward the world mind. I bought it as a used bookstore, said Spencer. New York City has lots of used bookstores, and I bet Spencer had been every one of them. This book is from every one of them. This book is from the 1960s, he said. The hippie days. It looks great. What's so great about traveling out of body? Well, it's faster than the plane. It is a whole lot cheaper. You don't have to stand in line to go through the stupid metal detector, and you never lose your bags. What do you say we try it together? You see, we are trying tonight. Just then my dad came into my room. My mom discovered I say with each of them about half the time. Hey guys, he said, it's getting late. I know tonight's a Saturday, but I think it's time for bed. If you hurry, I'll let you talk in the dark of an half. Okay, I said. I almost forgot, I said. I just saw a mouse in the kitchen, so if you go in there for a snack, you may have company. That let Spencer and I go to our pajamas. Then we climb into the bed. On top of bunk because you are guest. That's really why that called me bunk bed for sleepovers. So what do you say, Zack? Asked Spencer after we turned off the light. You want to try some out of body travel tonight? I don't know, I said. I guess so. He burned off his flashlight and opened his out of body book, and he began to read aloud. Get set for groovy time. First, lie down with your eyes closed. Listen to the wind chimes. If you have them, be at one with the unrise. Then place your left hand over your forehead. Right in the middle, Aquarian age people called it the third eye. Then place your right hand over your belly button. It actually says belly button. It says navel, okay? I wasn't sure you knew the words. Spencer doesn't actually act superior, but I hate when he does. Thanks for interrupting, I said. Now let your astral body slowly sip out your real one through your navel. Okay, Spencer, she may look. Then he went on reading. Slip out and float above you like a smoke. I tried doing what the book says. It didn't seem to be working. Are you doing all this too? I asked. Of course, said Spencer. Spencer loved to say of course. And is it working for you? I asked. I don't know yet, he said. That means no. Just keep trying, he said. Sometimes it takes a while, especially the first time. Have you done this a whole lot? I asked. No, not that much. More than once. No less. We tried about an hour. Nothing happened. I told Spencer he must be not giving me right direction. He said I must not be following them right. But nothing was happening to him either. And then finally I feel something, a little tickling against the hand of my belly button. Sip out, I kept talking as a natural body. A few minutes later, I felt another tickle against my head. This time, it was like a breath. I opened my eyes. I was almost out of my body, but my leg was stuck. It felt like I was in quicksand. The temple suddenly it popped free, and then I was floating in the air, bubbling up against the ceiling. Spencer, I yelled, I'm on the ceiling. I freaked out. I couldn't see my own body. It was still lying on my bed. My eyes were closed. My left hand was still on my forehead. My right hand was still on my belly button. Weird. I see myself the way other people see me. There was a Spencer lying on the top of the bank. His eyes were closed. He wasn't breathing. Was he sleeping or what? Hey Spencer, I called. Are you in there? No, the voice right behind me. I'm out of here. I turned my head. Spencer was bobbing against the ceiling right next to me. He looked around the same. Only you could sort of think through him. And really like kind of sparkly. We did it, I said. We actually got out of our bodies. Of course, Spencer, just like he did it every night of his life. This is amazing. My body felt lighter than air. My body felt like it had no weight. My body felt like I had no body. And moving around was fun. I found that I breathed down. I started to sink, but if I breathed in, a road to go forward than I had to do. To do was moving my arms and legs, and like I was swimming in the air, just for fun on it. I did bloop bloop. It's very cool, I said. So where would you like to travel to? Spencer, I don't know, I said. Where could we go? Anywhere we went, said Spencer. He had a big sparkle on his green face. How about my dad's study? I asked. I was thinking more like Egypt, Spencer. Spencer had just done a grumpy project on Egypt. He built the pyramid on 443 sugar cubes. It was pretty amazing. What do we do in Egypt? I said. I don't know, said Spencer. Go down for Nile, see pyramid. Cool, I said, but it would take us a long time to go to. Probably, said Spencer. Egypt is more than 5,000 miles away. Well, we have to be back by the morning, I said. Otherwise, my dad will worry. Let's pick something closer to our house. How about the boxing zoo? Zoo is fine, said Spencer. I flew the door. It was closed. I couldn't open it. I couldn't even grip the doorknob. I floated to the window. It was closed too. How are we ever going to get off here? I said. What if you go through the wall? Said Spencer. And just how do I do that? I said. Like this, said Spencer. He put his hands together over his head. He did a secret trick with his legs. He dove into my bedroom wall. His hand disappeared. Then his rest of him Spencer sailed through the wall like it was jello. Hey, wait for me, I called. I put my hand together and pushed off. My hand went through the wall. I saw a flashlight of a wooden brick. I felt nothing, and then I was outside. Yikes! I was 30 stories up. There was nothing underneath me but air. For the lower the teeny light of the city. Help! I panicked. The air was still over my legs. I breathed to fall. Then I remembered to breathe in and floated back up. Waiting for me, giggling. So, are we going to zoo? He asked. Follow me, I said. We left that building on East 52 and the street. We flew uptown, over the top of the tall building, over Park Avenue, over the lines of cars going in both ways, and then over Central Park. I felt like Superman. I could almost hear the music of the Superman movie. Is this great or what? Spencer shouted. The greatest, I shouted back. Soon we were flying over the boxing zoo. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I said, this is your captain. We are about to land at the boxing zoo. Please make sure that your seatbelts are successfully fastened and your seatbacks tray tables must be in upright and locked position. We floated down toward the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, I went on. We are having a ride at the boxing zoo. We hope you had a pleasant evening. We thank you of flying out of body airlines for those of you in Franklin ever problem. Tonight Franklin is worth 50 miles. The zoo was closed. There was no people except for Spencer and me. But come to think on it, I'm not sure we really couldn't as a people. It was very dark, and far away you could hear the oath of something howling. That's not creepier than a night, said Spencer. I nodded. But as long as we are here, let's go see the lions, I said. I'm crazy about lions. We went to lion area. We didn't see any lions. So where are they? He said. In bed, I bet, said Spencer. It's night time. They must be right inside the cave, I said. Let's go and have a look. Zack, are you crazy? Spencer, we are out of bodies, and you're out of your mind. But if you're not in our bodies, I said, they can't hurt us, right? Spencer seemed to say, look of that. Come on, I said. We floated into a cave. You couldn't see a thing. You could hear us snoring. It was a weird sound. A bunch of huge pussycats snoring dark. One of the came caught. Okay, it was a half-caught frog. The Spencer whispered right next to me. This is really dumb idea. Why? Why? Because they might wake up. And they decided to bite our absorber off. Maybe you've not a point in there, I said, with me leading on the way, floating back toward the cave entrance. On our strand, tall ice must have gotten used to the door, or maybe it was brighter at the cave entrance. Our astral eyes must have gotten used to the because when we got there we didn't have any trouble seeing huge lions were standing in front of it. The biggest lion I'd ever seen. Or maybe I just never seen a lion close up. Or maybe he can't see us as a return. I raised my head waved a little. The lion didn't seem to notice. I waved my body then. The lion opened his ears and roared. He can't see us, I said. So I moved toward the lion. Weird. Now the lion took a step backward. I went a little nearer. The lion moved back farther. Wow, he seems we are here, Spencer whispered. I'm afraid of us, I said out loud. The lion did a step forward and roared. Okay, I said. He's not afraid of us. We could get out of here, Spencer whispered. Spencer, I said. Follow me. I backed up several feet. I put my hand together and dove toward the lion's right. If the lion moved to our right and opened his mouth wide, I tried to stop. I couldn't. I dove to the lion's mouth. There's Spencer behind me. We went through the lion's mouth. We sailed right through his body. We are free. The second later, we were zooming up away from Brook. Where are we going now, Spencer? You'll see, I said. Then, as you meant Park at Cozy Island is Brooklyn was as park and this a zoo. The hundreds of roller coasters he looked like a dinosaur skeleton. It was cool in a very weird way. The Spencer wanted to go on a roller coaster right away. Of course, the cars weren't running, so we decided to go without the cars. Going down the hills headfirst wasn't really fun, but unless you're out of your own body, I don't think you try it. Our next stop was a Statue of Liberty. I've always wanted to see the very top, but I never felt like standing in a line or climbing up those stairs. Spencer and I flew up the top of the torch. It was an awesome view. Then I got an idea. I flew right under the Statue of Liberty's nose. Guess what I am? Called the Spencer. I give up. An astral bouquet. After that, we held the town again. On the body near Times Square, we saw a long line standing around the block. T-Manor 3000 had just opened. No one of our parents want us to see it. About 1 million people get nude all kinds of horrible ways. Now's our chance, said Spencer. So we flew down. So we flew down. We went right through all the people in the line, and of course, we didn't have to pay. A popcorn smelled great. I went over to help myself to a bag, but when it hit me, I couldn't eat any burger. Spencer was looking at the bunch of video games in the lobby. There were lots of cool ones, but every time we tried to hold to the carols, our dangly hand just slipped right through them. So we waited for the movies to begin. I usually get stuck behind them guys who's about 7 feet tall. This time, no problem. Spencer and I, perfect view from near the ceiling. The trouble was the movie was way screener than we thought it would be. I looked at Spencer. He looked at me. I think we out of the back at home. I said. Why? Said Spencer. Because I said I need my sleep. If I don't go home and get some sleep, I'm going to be messed tomorrow. You are at home asleep, said Spencer. Unless your body is the rest of you can sleep as late as you can. I still think we got to home, I said. Okay, said Spencer. Like I didn't know the secret of our adventure was waiting for us there. By the time we got back to my dad's apartment and sealed to a wall to my room, it was really late. I want to go to the bed, even though I didn't have to. Weird, huh? Okay, Spencer, I said. How did we get back into our bodies? There are several ways to do that, he said. Which one should we use? Probably the one the book says. And what does the book say? Well, let's see here. He floated over the book, which was beside our body of the top bunk. Well, I said. There seems to be a little problem, he said. What kind of problem? The book is open to page 13, he said. That's the page of getting out of the bodies. The direction of getting way on the next page. On the page 14. Well, turn the page. Spencer looked at me. Oh no, I said. I smacked the astral forward and my astral hand. You can't turn the page. I couldn't if we were in my body, he said. If you were in your body, we wouldn't have to, I said. Right. What do we do if we can't get back into our bodies? I said. Spencer shook nervously. That was spooky to me. Spencer always knows the answer to a question, but not this time. Maybe that can help us, I said. I went through my bedroom door and flew to the bedroom. Spencer lay. Dad was fast asleep. One leg was hanging down off the bed. His eyes were closed into a pillow. Dad, I said, wake up. He went on sleeping. I floated down to his head. I put my lips right up to the ear. Dad, wake up, we're in trouble. That is a very sound sleeper. He didn't move an inch. Spencer, I said, that is not waking up. I can see that, Spencer. He was floating beside me. He thought for a moment. Then he said, what if we go to Mr. Coleman's house? What good would that do? I asked. Mr. Coleman is our science and homeroom teacher. He's also kind of weird. She keeps in a pig brains jar on her desk. He wears a work boot. Even for a dancing party. And he on the weekend does absolute moving. That means she cut up dead bodies to see what they died of. He knows about a lot of weird stuff, said Spencer. Maybe he can help. And I happen to know his days settled down. I didn't have a better idea, so I said, why not? The Spencer looked away to the Mr. Coleman's house. He got extra credit on vacation for catching live insects to feed to her huge fence fly trap. He led the way across the town to our apartment. Mr. Coleman's apartment was very cool. It looks like a rainforest. It has huge palm trees and a lot of tropical plants and hanging greens and stuff like that. It even had a little waterfall and, of course, the venue fly trap. We found Mr. Coleman's room. He was in bed, fast asleep, with her work boots on her. Spencer, I thought you said she stays till dawn. I said, it isn't dawn yet. Then I was wrong, said Spencer. On edge she said another voice. The voice came from above. We looked up. The Coleman was sitting across the leg near the ceiling. Mrs. Coleman, you're get out of body, I shouted. A splendid option, Zack, she said. But how did you do that, Spencer? How did you? She said. We learned from the book. I said. Good place to learn, he said. Where have you gone since you've been out? To the Broxton Zoo, I said. And Coney Island, and the Statue of Liberty, and the movies. Sounds like you had a pretty full night, said. We here, said Spencer. Why did you come to see me? We don't know how to get back into our bodies, said Spencer. We knew you might know. I don't know, she said. Great. Will you tell us? Of course not, he said with a smile. Why not? I asked. Because if I tell you, I won't learn anything. If you figure out yourself, you will. We could find out from the book, said Spencer, but the book is open to page 13. The direction of getting back on the page 14 and we can turn the page. Then I checked you spent mending some. She says Mr. Colin Lavin is big in surfing. And I bet you'll come a bit. Mr. Cameron Lavin waved goodbye. I guess we're supposed to leave. Won't you tell us anything at all? I asked. Why Central? She said. I'll tell you. Then no one who is on her body can see you or hear you, but your bodies are smart boys, so put your astral mind to work, because you weren't inside your bodies and class pronti at 8:30 on Monday morning. I'm going to have to mark you absent, and I would hate to do that. By the time we get back to the apartment, it was Sunday morning. Both Spencer and I were tired of being out of our bodies. As much as Venus is passing through the walls and flying over the city, it was not able to scratch your neck, or snuggle down in the bed, or eat bagel and cream cheese for the breakfast. I never thought I'd miss a simple stuff like that. We swim into my room. There was on the top and bottom banks, just where real life is. What do we do now? I asked. I don't know. It's expensive. Why don't you try climbing into your body through your mouth? I float on my body. My mouth is closed, I said. Well, it's unusual, Spencer. I glanced at him. Spencer floated up his body and looked. Mine is closed too, he said. Hey, what don't you try yourself in through of the door still? I don't look at you, kitten. I couldn't fit more than a finger there, I said. I've already seen you do that, said Spencer. I gave punches a steel arm. It was passing through his arm and other side. Suddenly something smelled furry scrambled across the top bank. That in ran toward and stopped the bottom bank. Yes, I said. It's the mouse. You are afraid of mouse, Spencer. You guy who drove into lion's mouth. I just surprised me. That's all, I said. Spencer, what if we can figure out how to get back into our bodies? The Monday morning, Mr. Colin Lavin remarked as a prank, Spencer. Never mind, Mr. Colin Lavin, I said. An hour or so, Dad is going to come here to wake us from the breakfast. If he can wake us, what's he going to think? That we are uncurious, Spencer. I nodded. That was not going to relax right to do that. We need to figure something out. I said, Spencer, you're the genius. Think for something. Maybe we could try the scientific method. Spencer, sure. The scientific method is something as Mr. Coley always talk about. This is the way real scientists solve the problem. We might as well. It's stop one in the scientific method to boards, said Spencer. Well, I overstate you. No way we can turn the page on the book for ourselves. So far from I was reading. Step 2 is from the diary, Spencer went out. Okay, I have a diary that we can get somebody to pay for us, said Spencer. And who actually did you have in mind? I said. The mouse replaying trained under my back. He skimmed across the room. A mouse, of course, said Spencer. A mouse, I said. A Spencer. So really beautiful. Zack, animals can see us, he said, but the lion did seem to descend. Thursday. But so what? Well, said Spencer, maybe we can concert the mouse by a book. Maybe we can get it to run across the page and turn over. Well, it's a long shot, but how will it help? Okay, I said, let's go for it. But now Step 3. Test the story, said Spencer. So we did. The mouse was starting to nibble on my teddy bear. I won't lie that at all. I flew toward the teddy bear. The mouse looked up. Hi, mouse, I said. I don't know why I was talking to mouse, I said. But I was. You can see us, but we're here. We're the boys who like mouse. We need to do us a favor, just to go up the bank and run across the bridge and turn the page for us. The mouse seemed confused. He seemed to spoke. He banked for me. Good. He was moving right in the direction. He ran up the top bungee. He ate the book, but then he ran the passbook up and down to the wall, to the floor. Then he disappeared. Darn, I said. So much for the scientific method, said Spencer. Then my bedroom door opened. Dad stuck his head in. He looked toward the bunk bed. Boy, I was glad to see him. Dad, I shouted, putting through her ears. We're in trouble. We really need your help. How? They are so cute, the slaves. My dad, no, Dad, we're not asleep. We're not cute. We are up in there. Shouted, good morning, gentlemen, said Dad. And we'll go for the strawberry. Very chocolate crackers. Dad, I said, you got to help us. They walked toward the bed. It gently shook the body polish. Wake up, said I said, Dad, I'm not free. Hey, why just inside the body, Jay? Say, Dad looked down. Dad, it really is. Say, what's wrong with you? Are you working? Just did the point Spencer. Then, Dad saw the book. Out of body book. Pick up and look at it. What the astral travel to be genius? Yes, that's right. You're going to find out. Spencer is going to figure out. Then look up, peek inside the book. Says, did you guys find a way to leave your body? We did, I screamed. Yes, that's exactly what we did. We fell off your body, said my dad. We're probably invisible. Yes, Dad, yes, I screamed. You may be turned right in front of my face, and Dad couldn't see you. Yeah, that's right. You might even talking onto me, and I couldn't even hear you. We are that we are. I said, so my dad, but he was facing one direction. You were talking to an air. Then he shook her head. He said. The guys probably streamed till down, talking. I just let them sleep more. I'll come back in a few minutes. That was a book full the door. No, Dad, don't leave. The door closed by the bed. Well, I said, unless we're back in a minute. Yes, Spencer. And when we're still done somewhere or something. Spencer, what are we going to do? Zack and Spencer, what? Look, what? Page 14 is that one you can take to make out the directions. Let me see, I said. Better yet, it said, I read that to you. Do absolutely as I said. Okay, I said. First, said Spencer, reading aloud. Did you have totally grip of time out of your body? Did you feel totally at one with yourself? Or are you ready to now to read your body? Yes, I shouted. Then the preview body and Hunter floated a few inches above it. Okay, I said, floated a few into a bunk. I perforated my body. I found a few inches above it. Make sure the hand of your astral body on same place of those your real body, Spencer said. Your left hand on your forehead. You're over your shoulders. You're on the forehead. You're on the throat. Are you reach? Not the never. Okay, I said. Listen to the your wind shimmers, he read. Forget wind shimmers, I said. Close your eyes and pick a battlefield in the navel. Here comes the day, I said. Pull yourself through the funnel. Spencer read right into your novel, just like a bucket or sand. Okay, I closed my eyes. I picked his funnel. I picked pouring through into like a bucket of sand. In I went. I felt my body start to come alive again. The part of me began to tingle, first my toes and fingers, then my last ankle, then my legs and arms, and my chest and legs. Then finally my head and face. I opened my eyes. I was back in my body. I back in and shouted to look around for Spencer. He was gone. Spencer, I called, where are you? And then I realized I was back in my body. I could no longer see everybody who was out of doors. I climbed into a ladder on top of bunk. Spencer looked like he was fast asleep. If he wasn't back in her body, then where he was? Spencer, I shouted, speak to me. Suddenly Spencer's eyes span open. What do you want me to say? Said Spencer. I giggled. Just then the dad came back into the bedroom. Well, you're finally awake, he said. What time did you guys do sleep? Spencer and I looked at each other. It was a long story, said Spencer. Then tell me, said Dad. I'm a writer. I love long stories. All went to breakfast. Let you. One bowl strawberry jam and never tastes so good. That night, Dad didn't have to nag me about the bed. I wanted to get to school early in the morning. I couldn't wait for Mr. Collavin to see me. No way, but she was looking back in my absence. This is the end of my story. Goodbye. Meow. Goodbye.